fount of every blessing. Tune my heart to sing thy grace. Streams of mercy never ceasing. Call for songs of loudest praise. Teach me some melodious sonnet, sung by flaming tongues above. Praise the mount I'm fixed upon it, Mount of God's unchanging love. Here I raise my Ebenezer, hither by thy help I've come, and I hope by thy good pleasure safely to arrive at home. Jesus sought me when a stranger, wandering from the fold of God. He to rescue me from danger interposed his precious blood. Tune my heart to sing thy grace. Streams of mercy never ceasing. Call for songs of loudest praise. Teach me some melodious sonnet, sung by flaming tongues above. Praise the mount I'm fixed upon it, Mount of God's unchanging love.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Katie. I'm a freshman youth ministry major from Congress, New York, and I'm just going to share a little bit about how God is working in my life. A lot of times I think we don't give enough credit to the bad times in our lives. Sorry. Just because without them we wouldn't cherish the good as much. I'm not going to go through and say that my life has been a series of tragedies, because I was born into an amazing family, grew up in the church, and God has always provided for my needs. My parents are pastors, and that has really shaped my view of ministry and Christianity in general. For 12 years I went to church, went to Sunday school, read my Bible, asked for forgiveness, and just went down the checklist of all the things you do to become a Christian. But for those 12 years, I always felt connected to God through my parents. And it wasn't until I was 12 and I went to this youth retreat that changed. This was a very last-minute decision. I was kind of forced into going to this retreat. And it wasn't really something I was interested in at the time. I don't know if you guys have seen, there's a meme going around. It says there are two different kinds of pastors' kids, and it shows Captain America and Deadpool. For most of my life, and for any of you that know me now, you'd probably consider me or categorize me as Captain America, the goody two-shoes pastor's kid, always does what's right. But when middle school hit, it turned into Deadpool, rebel pastor's kid. So at that time, I was not really interested in going to a retreat to spend the weekend with God. But when I least expected it and needed it most, God brought me to this place. And that was the first time that I really felt God wanted a relationship with me, not just with my family. So fast forward to high school. The summer between sophomore and junior year, my family moved to New York. And this was a really hard time for me, just because all of my family and friends were in Ohio, where I had lived for the past 6 years. I was one of the few Christians at a mostly Jewish high school, and so a lot of my friends, or just the people around me, couldn't really understand me or my beliefs. So that just, I wasn't able to grow for a while just because of that. One day in the middle of junior year, I woke up on one morning in January to get ready for school, and while I was getting ready, I fainted. I woke up a couple seconds later, completely helpless, laying on the bathroom floor. The rest of my family wasn't awake. If I had yelled, they wouldn't have heard me, and I didn't know how I got to that position. And so I tried to get up, and just moving made the dizziness worse, and within about 3 minutes I had passed out 3 times. Thankfully, I was brought home from the hospital the same day, and there's no way that without God, that I would have recovered that fast. But because of that, I struggled with a lot of self-esteem, body image, and longing for acceptance. The next day I had to go to school with giant black stitches on my face. The fainting was caused by dehydration, and no matter how much water I seemed to drink, it didn't seem like it was enough. And because of I hit my head falling, because of the head injury, sports were not an option. So after struggling with this self-esteem, body image, and longing for acceptance, now that I think about it, this event in my life was a way that I could reach out to my friends and show them why I have hope. Because like I said, I shouldn't have gone home that day completely fine. And that hope has really escalated since coming to MVNU this year. If you had asked me 8 months ago about my relationship with God, I would have told you that I felt so alone, even though I knew that God's call for my life was only beginning coming here. And from the moment I stepped on campus, I felt so loved. For those of you that don't know, for the freshmen, on the first day of school, a bunch of the campus leaders come up and unpack your car for you. And it's crazy to think that some of the girls that unloaded my car in less than 3 minutes are up here with me dancing, and have had a great impact on my spiritual life. And so being a part of this group has just exploded that love for God, and has brought me a lot of great friends because of it. So I just wanted to thank you guys for coming out tonight, and I hope you are able to take away something from it.